Hey everyone! Alright, so I keep seeing comments from you guys asking me to play or react or break down Joe Dart's solo live at Emos. I guess this must be a pretty crazy solo or something, so let's take a look. I'll break it down and figure out what's going on, what makes it work so well, and then at the end, we'll see if I can play along with it. Alright, actually just a quick shout out to the transcriber of this. It seems to be Barabbas Tamas, although the channel is George Collier. The thing I love about Joe is that he doesn't play the most complicated stuff in the world, so obviously some of what you just heard was fast, but kind of harmonically and scales-wise, he's not doing anything particularly crazy. It's not like he's using weird exotic modes or anything. It's mostly kind of blues, pentatonic, and some chromatic stuff here and there. But the thing that makes him stand out from a lot of other bassists is all of the other stuff that he does, like the really great time, the fact that he plays every note so cleanly and confidently, and the more retro tone he has works perfectly for this kind of old school sounding funk. Alright, so another thing that I want to point out is that this solo is kind of all based around a riff with some fills here and there, at least so far. So earlier on we were playing something like this. And then in this part that you just heard is basically the same thing but just down an octave. The fact that the solo is based around riffs makes the whole thing more digestible and listenable. Alright, the crowd loved those percussive triplets. The great thing about slap is sometimes you can just completely forget about the notes and just go into sort of percussive mode. Throwing in some fast percussive triplets like that in the middle of a solo is a great way to get some applause from the audience. That's a nice little trick, playing one note on one string and then sliding up to that same note but a string down. It's kind of a little bluegrassy sounding. You can do the same thing with tapping like this. That type of thing. He also loves these chromatic walk-ups to different chord tones like the fifth or the root, which sounds really funky. My guess is that he learned that from the Joe Dart lesson in Mastering the Masters, which happens to be on sale from now until July 6th. Just slap the link below to get lifetime access at a massive discount. Alright, now the drums are in and it's just an all-out slap fest. I don't know if you've noticed, but the tempo of the bass solo has also been getting progressively faster and faster, which is building up a lot of tension. And again, this part of the solo is kind of based on a riff. It's not the most complicated slap riff of all time, but the fact that it's so fast and now the drums have joined in and Corey and the rest of the band are there really just has so much energy behind it. Okay, that's a really tasty riff. It's kind of a little bit bluesy, but also has this. Let's see how it goes. So that part's pretty bluesy, blues scale. And then we've got this funky flat third to major third. Again, notice how the solo is still based on riffs here. Right now, this is the riff that underpins everything. And now we have just a variation of that riff, but down an octave. It's still getting faster. This is building to an absolutely insane climax. Well, that was absolutely crazy. I'll give you my final thoughts in a sec, but first of all, let's see if I can play along with this absolutely crazy solo. Alright, so here's why I think this solo works so well. It's not harmonically complicated, but it uses great funk language, like the chromatic approaches to chord tones, and the flat third to major third alternating. And the fact that it's based on riffs gives it a lot of structure and makes it more digestible and listenable and understandable. The next thing is that his timing is great and every note is played cleanly and confidently. He's got really good coordination between his right and his left hand, so his right hand's always plucking at the exact moment that his left hand is on the fret. The retro tone also works perfectly for this old school funk style. The tempo increase builds up so much drama and tension. His stage presence is awesome. He's got so much movement. He's dancing as he plays. And also the crowd does their part. They're all cheering, they're chanting, they're saying his name. Joe Dart probably knows all of the modes and all of the harmony and everything that you could possibly need, but he proves that you don't need to use all of that all the time. You can just sometimes stick to the more bluesy or pentatonic based stuff. If only there was a video that showed you how to play Joe Dart's signature licks and broke down exactly how he writes his bass lines and solos. Oh wait, I included a full lesson on Joe Dart and mastering the masters that will show you exactly how to play like the funk master himself. Just slap the link in the description before July 6th to get that huge discount and lifetime access to the course, and I'll see you inside. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed my analysis and playthrough of this amazing solo. Let me know what you want me to play or break down next. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video.